We're so pleased as Polaris Holding Company to once again be the sponsors of the Eastern Counties. And even more so that for the second year in a row, we're sponsoring the junior counties as well. Last year it was a great experience for us to be involved with Eastern Counties and the tradition that it has. And with the president here, I just want to thank him for last year and the experience we had being a part of it. We're looking forward to this year, and again, with the young people, the young cricketers. Bermuda cricket means so much to Bermuda through the Eastern Counties, and the fact that you highlight the young cricketers in the way that you do, we want to be a part of that. This year, our family has grown as well. We're not just Stephen Owing Services, but earlier this year, we also purchased Islandstats Asphalt, which is right next to Bayless Bay. That doesn't suggest that we have a natural inclination for Bayless Bay. But so our family has grown, and so we're looking forward to being a part of this year's competition. We are putting up in total prize money, cash $4,000 for in total amount for man of the match and player of the series. And we really appreciated the opportunity last year to be part of all of that. So we're looking forward to it again this year.
Yes, good morning, everyone. Mr. Jones and Polaris, to rest your holding companies, thank you for coming on board and assisting us. This helps the Eastern County in a lot of ways to make it run a lot smoother and ease some burden over us. It may look like a little bit of dollars and $4,000, but it does help quite a bit. To the youngsters, this is an opportunity for them. I'm here today to show you the public what they do in their training and what they're preparing to do for this series. And so, I say, congratulations to them. For those of you who may not be familiar, the junior county started back in 1968. It's the Barrett's Cup, and Polaris and Barrett's are working hand in hand to assist it and making it run a lot smoother. The Saturdays would be the first round for the junior competition, starting with St. Davis hosting Cleveland County and Bayless Bay hosting Flats. We have a new format which we started a few years back, which is a round-robin system, which does well. What we had years ago was similar to the senior county, and once you were knocked out, you were knocked out. We realized as an association, in order for the youngsters to get more cricket, this round-robin allows them at least to have 3 games for the series, and the top 2 teams will play in the final. So the bulk of them will play 3 games, and the winner and the runner of the round-robin will play in the final. So this is what we've done in the last few years, and it's growing. It's getting better. Some of them they have to plan their summer vacation around this, so they get to miss out, and they don't want to miss out on some of these games because they look forward to it. Not only the players look forward to it, but their grandmothers, their uncles, their aunts, their mothers, and their fathers, their sisters, and their brothers. I had a grandmother call me the other day and asked me, can I change the rules so that her grandson can play for another team? I said, ma'am, I'm sorry. The rules are what they are. And once you play for one junior county team, we try to, keep the same rule for the senior county team that you play, just for that one team. But, they called me and asked questions, and I said, but that's what it is. And she was quite appreciative of the answer, that I gave. So that's just, a bit of history, what happens. And I think last year was quite coincidental that we were just talking when Cleveland won it last year. We was explaining to people that I think, let me see, Fabla, him, his mother, his grandmother, it was like 5 generations from when the county cup first started of children, people, family that's been involved with junior county. So imagine what it's like for senior county. So this is what it brings to the Eastern community. And, Mr. Bascom is here right now representing Flats, and his son is already declaring him, his son's name is ahead of his name in the senior county team for this year. But, these are things that what happens, people look forward to seeing this family, tradition carrying on. And I remember last year when Flats played Cleveland, his aunt and everybody came down, so it'll be rushed this year. when it's some place, because you can go up Town Hill and take anything you want out of Town Hill. Town Hill will be empty. And up on what's it called? First Hill. You can take what you want from First Hill also. So that's what the Eastern County brings. It brings the family out and the whole island in general.
For the junior county, is there an age limit? And if you happen to play senior, can you go back and play junior?
Yes, first question, age limit. Yes, there's an age limit. Actually, we increased the age this year from 16 to 18. We're trying to help to keep youngsters in the game a little longer, because not every time a youngster that's 16 can go on to the senior competition, senior team. So we think about under 18 to keep them in the game just a little longer, and they can help groom them for the senior team. As what the second question was?
If you play senior, can you go back and play junior?
Yes, you can, because you're still a junior. You can vote once you get 18, so you're still eligible.
All right. Well, for the youngsters, you guys have had an opportunity to play in senior team, especially you do. How do you think that's going to help you down the road, playing in the junior county and trying to win back the trophy?
Well, for my team so far this year, I have gained a lot of improvement from just being around the players. Just the environment helps me. And this is like my eighth or ninth year playing junior county now, and I'm seeing it improve better. We first started off with just being knocked out one time. You lose, you're going. But now it's like everybody gets a chance to show what they're really worth, and I think that means a lot to the youngsters.
Coming over your side, obviously, it's which representative?
Cricket.
The opportunity to play 3 games must be a delight for you guys, that they change the rules and you get a chance to play everybody. Defeating or trying to dethrone the champions, how are you guys planning to work that out?
So last year we made it to the finals. We weren't victorious, but we had a younger team, so I feel like if we put a lot of effort into training and preparation for our games, we can come out with the victory. I believe in my team. Even though we are young, we still had the fight and we still have the dedication to come out with the win.
Can you actually inspire your senior team, because they take on St. David in the first match of senior county? So there's an opportunity for you guys to kind of show them the way.
Yeah. I've played in the senior team. I have faith in them as well, and I think we have a strong team. Junior Eastern County and Senior Eastern County. Oh, got it.
As Polaris have this, you say this is the second year being involved. You have a very strong relationship with the staff here. How are they feeling as being part of something that stands out in the community?
Well, you have to look at it the opposite way around for us, because as sponsorship, we looked at what were the things that our staff involved in, and we wanted to put support behind the things that they were involved in, so that they could feel proud to see the activities that they go to that were behind them. So we didn't encourage them to go to the Eastern Counties. They encouraged us to go to the Eastern Counties. Our guys have been at the Eastern Counties for many, many, many years. They have a stall that's on the top of the hill, flying the banner, and they're not represented in that stall. They represent all of the clubs, so there's good banter all day, and they have a great time.
Good banter.
Yeah. So we're there as management. We're supporting something that our staff solidly support. We have staff who've played in Eastern Counties, in the senior and junior. Many who've played junior, and at least one who has the potential to be playing senior again this year.
Final question for you, from me, Mr. Douglas. Rules and regulations, will we see those out early enough to ensure that everybody understands what the rules are going into not only the senior but the junior as well?
Which rules are you referring to, Mr. Basin?
Your rules.
But which
for
rule?
Eastern County.
Any special rule?
Your rules for Eastern County, because every year something comes up that a rule has to be discussed, negotiated. So will the rules of Eastern County be put out in the media ahead of time, so that everybody understands the rules rules, and there's no question on the day, even with Junior County, of a rule being broken, changed, or
We
interpreted in a different way.
we will forward the rules to you as in media, so you understand. We had lengthy discussions headed by my cricket chairman, my vice president, Mr. Lieutenant Colonel Albert Lamb, and we've gone over it thoroughly with the club reps. Now, some club reps may not share it back with their members, but we will see that they are abreast of what is done. The Monday before the first senior round, we will have a meeting with all the clubs to assist them. But your concern is the media. I would get the secretary of the ECCA to send out to all the media. So whether they understand what they read, it's a different matter. Because interpretation can go any way.
But once it's done on paper, then
Interpretation is different.
Yeah.
Speaking of rule changes, can you speak to any changes that did occur this year?
Junior County this year, like I said, first of all, we raised the age from 16 to 18. On the leg side wide, before we was applying numbers to the leg side wide, similar to the men's game, we've now got from the legs, the leg and off some either side, we got a different line 12 inches away. So we're allowing a little more leeway for the younger players to get the ball, through. Because else the game will go on forever. And we're tightening up on the eligibility for Junior County. We've had sometimes people have gone out and got some of their classmates to come and play to boost their team, which is just shows you how interested and people want to be a part of the Junior Eastern County. And so we have tightened it up. So we're making it as close as possible to mirror the Senior County. So it makes your progression to the senior game a lot easier. And that's been the major change. And we just tweak the rules in Junior County more or less close to what they do in international cricket. Because most of the time what we try to do, we try to prepare our players for Bermuda's cricket. What we do as far as, limited overs, like it's a 40-over game, 8 overs a bowler. We try to, for junior cricket, try to enforce the safety as far as helmets for batting and fielding close to the pitch and everything, the nature right there. Senior cricket, there's no changes to last year, but, people.
Some of the bowlers want that wider line.
Well, for senior cricket?
Yeah.
Senior cricket doesn't matter, it's open cricket. So once you go outside the line, and the only difference is the laws that have changed from ICC and MCC that we've adapted, which the players practice it every week. So it's not it's not foreign to them.
As we highlight the junior programs, speak to the Eastern County success over the years in what some might say is the more popular county on the island.
Well, it's a success. Success is what you see on the days. The people that come and partake in it. Everybody loves it. We have had a lot of our players that have come through junior and senior, and then going to represent Bermuda. We continue to try to evolve and grow, and I think with Polaris coming on board has helped us in a way to grow. We just continue to try to evolve it, you know what I mean? Not only players, but like myself now, I play at junior county, senior county. I've umpired one game in my whole time as an umpire, and now I'm the president. But I'm a product of the whole gimmick. I came through everything, So, and most of my committee has come through the whole gimmick per se, in that sense there. And we have now reached out and got some younger ones who have come through to do similar. But it does something for our cricket, and sometimes it's just hard to explain because when I look at the game itself on that day, the people that come and take part in it, it's not just people from the four communities. It's the whole island that comes and take part. And as being the Eastern County president, I am continuous bombarded with questions, talking about it. How can we improve this? We have a major problem now where we just don't have enough spots to sell for people. But we're working, feverishly every year, trying our best to improve on it, improving our system for selling spots and everything. So it tells you, this year we had the sale, I think, about 3-4 weeks ago, and we started at 10 o'clock. people were there 6:30 trying to get a spot, and there were some choice words when things came wrong, but there's things that you don't want to hear, but you understand that people value it that much, and they look forward to being part of it.
But I think, I just want to speak to that from a Polaris sponsorship standpoint. That's why we're there. It's a family atmosphere. I mean, it's not just our staff who are there. They've got their significant others and families, and that they're, well before the first bowl and well after the last bowl, for all of the games, and that's a tradition in the company that dates back, as I said, many years. So for us, it was easy. Last year I wasn't on the island for one game. I was at both the other games, and it's just an enjoyable day. And the cricket was good, the atmosphere was good, and certainly as a sponsor, we felt that we were treated good by the Eastern Counties, and being part of the junior program to enhance that, to grow the future of the Eastern Counties and cricket in general is just, bonus.
Can you just
Yeah, and you see today, a couple of the youngsters are either involved with the under 19 team that's going away, and I know Flats is losing a couple of key players. Cleveland lost about 3 players. Bay and St. Davis are all losing key young players. So this is what it does, So, but any other questions there?
Yeah, if you could just remind everybody when the juniors are taking place and location.
Okay, the junior county, the first round is this weekend, and there's 2 games, one at Bayers Bay and one is at St. Davis, starting at 11 a.m., 40 overs per innings. The next one will be July the 13th, and then the other one will be August the 10th, and the final will be August the 24th. This year, because all the senior games are at St. Davis, the finals are at Bayless Bay. What we do every year, we alternate the final to the opposite to where the senior competition is. So this year, the finals will be at Bayless Bay on August the 24th. And what we have a round-out day, and if anything happens in the first 2 rounds, the round-out date is the date of the last cup match trial, which is this year would be the 27th of July, would be the round-out date. And the senior county dates are already engraved and everybody's here. July the 20th, August the 17th, and August the 31st. This year, and all games are at St. David's this year.
Any admission charge to get into the junior?
No, free. You come in, you just support your family, and as I probably didn't say earlier, but no longer you just don't find a Douglas in Harris's Bay. You find a Douglas in St. Davis now. You'll find a Smith that or a Otterbridge that came out of Bayless Bay up in Somerset now. So and some of those things is we're working on that there. But so it's a island-wide event now with everybody moving out of the established parish against some routes, but they all come back for County Cup, and they wear the colors. And some people wear, some people bleed red and white, pink and green, gold and blue and white. That's what they bleed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sure.
Audio Jungle.